That's what someone said in the chat. Sorry, guys. I just be reading comments sometimes and not saying that it's from the chat. Oh, you guys are hilarious. I did see someone going back to, for the people just tuning in, we are doing dating pet peeves, and we have a couple topics going, and one of them was not paying for the first date. And somebody said, if you ask the person out on the first date, then you should be paying for dinner.
Oh, I think that's good.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start telling people that. You asked me out. What the fuck?
Yeah, but sometimes I'd be asking people out, and like now that you
I guess like when girls have to shoot their shot, now they have to pay for dinner. That's like a never mind. I don't like that at all. Okay.
I like the wait, guys don't pay for dates. Most of the time, I go out with just friends, and I end up paying.
That's right, Tim.
Yo,
we love that.
But that's true. Like, why you always go out with like, you got those friend groups, and then you always go out, and then
everyone just expects it.
Everybody looks a little sketchy when it comes to the bill.
They start doing that weird Venmo shit and never Venmo. We were at dinner the other night. I was with a group of friends, and we all split it like, I think it was like 4 ways. And like one person was like, I'll give you cash or I'll Venmo you. And the other guy's like, all right, I'll put down cash or something. And then we're going home with like the other 3 people or the other 2 people. And we're like, wait a second, did we just get fucked at dinner because we split it 3 ways, but really it was a 4-way dinner and that guy just got like extra money? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't actually care, but it's on the topic of things, okay?
Yeah, definitely on the topic.
Splitting bills is awkward too.
Have either of you ditched someone on your first date?
Well, ditched. Oof. Ooh, I don't know if I've had that awkward of a first date yet, or maybe I just take it.
We don't have that high enough standards for ourselves. Yeah, I feel like we don't have that
hard
self-worth up to there to just leave. I feel like you and I just
sit there and take it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just like,
I don't know if it's I don't want you to feel awkward.
Feel bad.
Yeah.
No, we're too nice.
Yeah,
That's
I do that
Danny.
too.
Danny, that is not bad bitch energy about Danny.
You guys are the first. It's not bad bitch energy.
We need to cut that shit, Danny. We need bad bitch energy all the way. We need to leave their ass. Okay? Fucking stop feeling
Get
bad.
An Uber and go home. This ain't working.
Yeah.
Why
don't we do that? It's so annoying.
Do you guys do that? You just deal.
Can somebody tell us that it's not just us as well that have
that we actually do have our shit together and we're good? Yeah.
No, I feel like we do have our shit together, but when it comes to standards and your own self-worth, I feel like that's always questionable because you're like, oh, well, with this person and with that person, and did they say that? Do they mean that? And did I just take it that way from my own past trauma? Or, and all those things when really that just be clouding all of your judgment. When you should just look at it very black and white and be like, no, I should just leave. Yeah, I should. Like, I shouldn't be on this date. Why should I be on this date? You're not interesting, nor do I want to fuck you. Both of them, it's just not happening.
Neither is happening. Okay, let's just get that straight. Okay, what about when somebody kind of reflects maybe a sort of red flag from a past relationship? And it's not something that's such an obvious red flag. It's just something that you kind of found out you didn't like in your past relationship. And maybe it comes up in the next one. And like, what's the difference between like having baggage and bringing that forward and like putting that on that person, or just kind of like, I don't know, because like baggage, for example, trauma or experiences, they do give us fear, but they're also protecting us from making the same mistake over and over again. But sometimes some of the red flags just aren't that like clear maybe. And you're like, is this a red flag? Kind of seen this before, but am I just reflecting my own traumas on this person, not giving them a chance to make their own mistakes?
Okay, but in this equation, is somebody actually making those red flags, or is it just in general
I think it happens. I don't know. I think it happens in almost all of my relationships, and I have to question like whether that's actually a red flag or if that's just kind of like trauma that and baggage that I'm putting on somebody else in my own head because I overthink things. Yeah. Anyone else feel that?
Yeah, well,
half flag.
Half flag. Yeah.
It's more of like a mustard yellow kind of flag.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a hard one. I feel like the problem is that every time you give the excuse of, oh, that's just me, that's just my trauma, that's my own shit I need to work on, then they come out and they fuck you up, and you're like, God damn, stop being such a stupid bitch, Bella. God, when are you gonna learn? So it's hard.
Never. I mean, have you guys watched dating shows? Like, I don't think anybody is ever gonna learn. I don't think any of us got the answers, and that's why we all just sit here and overthink it.
Oh, no. I am learning.
Yeah, like, you're putting that in stone.
I'm just like really trying over here from the last one to this one. I mean, I'm really trying to learn some shit. I will tell you.
I also feel that way. Sometimes you just look back and be like, where'd all the time go? How did I spend so much time in that situation?
When you know the situation. Could have been better. That's also a good question. Is really like what do you think of somebody that's worthy? Like what does worthy even consist of for you? Like what does that? Because I feel like you and I have
well, you learn that more as you get older too, and I think maybe even that answer changes as you get older and you mature. And as long as you're always learning from your situations, I guess, and moving forward, then it becomes a little bit more clear. But every time you think you know, then you realize, I don't know shit, and I'm crying on my floor.
Why is it always the floor?
Because it feels really comforting. It's so hard. You just need to be on something hard.
Yeah, and I feel like we got to be closer to the ground. I feel like I really want to go into thoughts about sex on the first date. Yeah. Thank you, JJ Smith, for that one. Gosh. I mean, me personally, never. No.
Okay, so I'm the opposite. I say hell yeah, but I'm also kind of like an oxymoron too, because I have to really connect with somebody. So piggybacking off of what you were saying earlier, I don't want to just go on a date to have fun, because I could have fun anywhere. I want to go on a date and get to know somebody and see if there's like potential there. And so if I feel there's a spark and if I feel there's energy, then I'm like, okay, let me see what else you got. And then I'm like, oh no, never. No.
Yeah, that's
Thanks
better.
For letting us know what's up.
I feel like that's better because I'd be like wasting so much time because I like set such a rule on time when it comes to sleeping with someone. And then I really like the person by that point, and then I sleep with them. I realize, well, they're not really that great in bed, but like whatever.
But no, now you're
like
attached.
Exactly.
So and then you just get bad sex for months until you figure out what's wrong with you.
But I really want to know what JJ Smith thinks about that question. Whether they
what's your answer?
Yeah, I want to know.
Another one I thought was interesting. Somebody says, relationships with girls is better. Can we agree on that? So I was thinking about it today when I was buying lingerie for obviously Valentine's Day, and I'm thinking about all the cute things I'm going to do, and I'm thinking like, is he even thinking about shit? Like if I had a girlfriend, it would be so easy to make her happy. I mean, I guess because I'm a girl and I know what we want, but like, Jesus.
I think that one's also a little bit of an oxymoron because you kind of like, it's like both ways. You get, it's like, it is easier in other things, but then other ways you're like, oh, now I know you're being hurtful. Oh, because you know what that means to say something like that to a woman.
You guys don't have the guy excuse.
Right, exactly. You don't just like be like, oh, well, they're a guy, or oh, well, they weren't thinking about it, and they're just like, they're just
understand.
Oblivious. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
So then when she be saying something crazy, you're like, oh, I know now.
Those brain bombs that go off.
Yeah.
Don't be playing that with us.
But, that's really unfortunate. I really do hope that something happens on that V-Day for you because it's so unfortunate with guys where they just be thinking like,
oh my God, you guys, actually.
put so much work into that shit.
Really do. And we want the same back.
We do. Come on, it's really not that hard to ask for. I'm talking get some candles from Target. Yes. Go to the dollar store. No, but seriously, fucking get some petals, pick them off someone else's lawn if you can't afford them, and fucking put them around the bed or some shit. Make some shit cute. Like make some dinner. Or order something in. Just make like even if you were gonna do McDonald's, okay, you could even then make that romantic.
Yeah.
Exactly,
you could make it romantic.
You could, and it's just like people just they're like, well, I feel like also, and I hate to say it, but I think that the older that I get, this really seeps in more that sex it really is a trade, right? And especially when it comes to men, we always have this thing and they want to